everybody, it's Hannah and Keith. We're back with another video. It's been about a year since we did our initial video going over the specialized dispatch board. That's our dispatch option with our $2,000 weekly minimum. So we just wanted to kind of go over that and let everybody know how things are going, where we're at with our driver capacity and things like that. Right now, we are currently at 52 drivers on that board, and we would like to be up to 59. That number could grow, but that's where we're at right now. There were a couple things in that initial video that we just had a couple questions about, or not even really questions, maybe just changes that have kind of came with just the nature of the freight, and we wanted to go over those.
Yeah, just learning more about it ourselves. The last video was done at the very beginning stages. I had made a comment on that video about drivers can expect pretty much a 5-day week, and that still holds true today. But there's been some times where we've been questioned on it because the driver had to be out a 6th day or something like that, and it's just we don't know load to load what's going to be on these things. So the customer loads them as they need to load them to make the deliveries to their customers as needed. And so, we don't know, how quick you're going to get done with a load. And we're trying to build that week so that, we're paying $2,000 minimum for the week. So there's going to be times where maybe it started out a little bit slower. There was a little shorter run at the beginning of the week or something. I don't know. It could be various different things that could affect the need to maybe get that extra load on a person so that we can get a fulfilled week, or something. And then there's another point was, I expect to leave. Some have mentioned, well, I expect to leave every Monday, or whatever. So it's either going to be Sunday or Monday.
Right.
So that's pretty much a given. But we've seen a lot of different nuances of the weeks of different load combinations and things of that nature. That's sometimes presented a driver with a week to where they are into that 6th day. They don't get home on Friday, they get home on Saturday or something like that. That's not frequent, but we have seen that, so we just wanted to update everybody on that. And to know that just the way the mix of loads come from the customer, we just have no clue if it's going to be a 2-day run, how many 2-day runs we're going to get, how many 3-day, 4-day, 5-day runs we're going to get,
Right.
how many stops each one's going to have on them and everything. So it's really hard to predict. But once we get that mix of loads in, and the dispatch is able to, the planner is able to look at your week for you, he can plan you out maybe on a short one, knowing that he's going to give you a little bit longer one during the last part of the week, or if you got a long one for the week. So regardless, you'll pretty much know, you should know if you're going to get into that 6th day, when you're dispatched at the beginning of the week. There could even be an outside chance to where you get into a over the weekend thing. So like we said, and continue to say, that you're home most every weekend. You are in that fashion, but there could be those circumstances that lead us, because we're trying to build that good week to where we can get, we're paying $2,000 a week, so we're trying to make sure we are able to sustain that type of pay. So
And that weekly home time is for those drivers living within, a commuting distance of the terminal. Something that a driver would want to drive every week. Those living outside of that, it's more than 21 to or 14 to 21 days, and that's still true.
Right.
So
Right. So if you live in another state, they're going to try to set you up so that you run through the weekend. Now, if you're a local driver and you want to run through the weekend, they can make that happen sometimes, probably. In order to build that, because the opportunity to make more than 2,000 is certainly there. If you come in and say just run me, they can put the money on your back. So that's there if you're willing and want to do that. But yeah, the people that live within a couple 3 hours from here or something. They just need to um, understand that whatever their dispatch is, they might need to be here. You might need to be here to take off early
Right.
Monday morning and be at your first stop, because if you don't and you've got 2 or 3 stops on that route, then it depends on how far apart they are and everything, that the load planner is looking at that, so they know when you need to start your day so that you can get these 2 stops off, and then you can travel through the night to get that third stop, get your broker return load and come back, because everything, all the loads here on this board, they're out and back. So you're not just out there and ending up in Dallas, and then we're finding the next best load going to Idaho or wherever it's going to, whatever. Wherever your last stop is, we're planning you a load to pick up somewhere as close as possible to that as we can, and pour on the way back and get you back in here. So it's out and back every time. So that's why it's pretty easy for us to get people in just about every weekend.
Right.
So
Again, we are still looking for 7 drivers on that particular board, and it does come with a $2,000 weekly minimum. So if you're interested or want more information, just reach out to us. Our information is all on our website. We'll talk to you next time.
all right, see ya.